Hi, this is Renata. I want to respond to a very interesting comment that was left on one of my videos, and I'm going to assume that this is a female. So forgive me if you are a male, but I think this might be a female. She didn't leave her name, so I'm just guessing. All right, so the comment says, do you know how long it's been since I have had real friends to have a real cup of coffee with, real chat, besides in the produce department of a grocery store or checkout line? Real phone call, gone to a movie or a park, shared my hopes and dreams, my thoughts or my opinions with. It's all been stolen. I have nothing left but the hopes that I will get cancer from the radiation or they will give me a heart attack so I can finally go home to be with Jesus. I cry alone as I type this. No love, no hugs, no kind words, no nothing. I am tired, and I'm tired of you people too. She means the TI community. She also said that she's sick of TIs being fake because if something happened to her in the community, that she would just go away and no one would care. And she says that no one really cares except Jesus. For 9 years, I have seen what this world is really made of, including all the so-called good people. And she says it's a sham. I definitely hear you on that. I have learned, and I believe most TIs have learned what this world is really made of as well. This experience will definitely open your eyes to what's really going on in this world. And then she says to me personally, she says, God is our protector, meaning me, because you guys know that's my screen name on YouTube. She says, it's easy for you to say. You have friends, you have support. Some of us have nothing. We just ain't the cool kids, and that's too bad. All right, so let me comment to this. First of all, I feel really bad that you feel that you're all alone and that you have no love and no hug. So I'll give you a virtual hug. I'm giving you a virtual hug right now. No kind words, no nothing, you said. And you said you're tired and you're tired of you people too. Meaning, I believe you mean the TI community. Unfortunately, there's a lot of betrayal, not only outside of the community, but inside the community as well. So I know what you mean by that. The community is heavily infiltrated. So everyone posing to be a TI is not a TI. I think we all know that at this point. So their intent is to continue the betrayal inside of the community. So we don't trust anybody inside the community or outside the community. But I will tell you that there are some decent people in the community, and I hope that you connect with some so that you won't feel so all alone. I don't know which state you live in, but I hope that you can find a nice person, targeted or not, to continue doing the things that you once enjoyed, which is going to the coffee shop and the movie theater and just going out and doing things, because it sounds like you're a sociable person, and they will steal that from us. They will steal that social side from you. So I hope that that continues. But if you never meet anyone, I hope that you do the things that you enjoy on your own. It may not be as fun or exciting, but I don't think that it should stop just because you don't have anyone to do these things with. Now, granted, if you get targeted, if you get the stalking or whatever you get, it will continue when you go out to the movies and go out to, well, these are things you already know, I'm sure. But what I'm trying to say is don't let it discourage you. Do not let that discourage you. If you never meet anyone, go out. Enjoy your life. Your life is to be enjoyed. Don't let them steal that from you. Okay? Let's see. Also, you said that no one really cares except for Jesus, and that if something happened to you, that the TI community would not care. I can understand why you would say that. I really can. And going back to what I just said about how it's so heavily infiltrated, and for those who are true targeted individuals, a lot of us have our own things going on, and to be honest, sometimes we really just don't know how to help. I talk to a lot of people, and some people I wish I could help, but I really don't know how. And so that could be it too. Sorry for that pause. My phone rang. However, going back to what I was saying, sometimes we, as targeted people, we have limited resources, just as you do as a targeted person. And so it doesn't mean that people doesn't want to help, but sometimes we just can't. I get people all the time calling me, asking me to do things that I just really can't do. And I'm not even talking about financial things or anything like that, but it could be something medical. People want you to call their doctors to get to make sure they get this or they get that. We can't do that. We can't do that because of HIPAA laws or whatever, But not only medical stuff, it's just so many different scenarios I can give you. Um, but it doesn't mean that people don't care. I know that there are a group of us on my call. When we hear about someone having some sort of hardship, we come together and we try to help the person as much as we possibly can, and we've been successful in doing that. So there is help out there. There are people who care. You just have to connect with the right people. And I really hope that you do, because I truly understand your frustration. I understand it. I do. I understand your pain. I understand your sadness. I understand all of that. Um, let's see. There was something else I wanted to. Okay, so you also commented that I have all these friends and I have all this support and all of this, and that you're not one of the cool kids, implying that I am. I've never been popular. I've never been one of the cool kids. In fact, I was probably the most depressed child and young adult that you ever knew. Probably the most introverted person that you ever knew growing up. But somehow I always had this little ray of hope, this little ray of hope. And I always had a spiritual side to me, um, where I would just pray and I would just ask God to help me through a lot of the depression, because I was a very depressed child, very, very, very depressed. Um, So what I'm trying to say is, and yes, let me answer respond to your comment about me having family and things like that. I do, and I thank God. I'm so very grateful that I do have children. I do have a husband, because I do acknowledge and I understand that most TIs do not. And but if some of them do, some of their children have turned on them, or they don't live in the same state, or they don't get the help that they would like to have from their children, or whatever. Okay, a lot of different scenarios there. So I am grateful. I'm so grateful for everything that I have. Okay, but let me tell you, from the outside looking in, things look one way, and that can go for anybody. But you don't know what a person has gone through to get to where they are. Nothing, and I mean nothing, has ever come easy for me. Nothing. Okay? And I don't put value on material things. Material things are nothing when we're fighting for our very lives and we're fighting for our freedom. I could care less about anything material. Now, we have to have material things because that's how this satanic system is set up. So there are certain things that we need to survive and to live, because that's the way it is. That's the way it is in this world that we live in. But it doesn't mean anything. So when you see someone with all this material stuff, everything that glitters is not gold. And none of that, I'll say it again, none of it matters. None of it matters when we're fighting for our freedom every single day. I too have the same struggles that every targeted individual has. I go through the same things. And I go through this stuff at a really serious degree. I have to fight spiritual battles like everybody else. I have to deal with these perpetrators every single day. I don't know how many of my videos you've heard, and I really don't share all of it on video. However, it has not been easy for Renata. It really has not. So I'm glad it looks that way to you, but it's not necessarily that way. I can count on one hand how many people I call friends. Everybody is not considered a friend to me. I know a lot of people because I do videos and because I have my call, but I definitely do not consider everybody who smiles in my face or says something nice to me a friend. I do not. I may be cordial to them, but I don't consider everybody a friend, nor have I ever been the type that requires a lot of friends. I never liked a lot of people around me. That's just not my personality. So I mean, again, it looks that way to you, but I don't know. As far as support, I have built a support system. The Lord has led me to create a support system, and that's what I want to say too. I truly believe that we can create our own reality. I do. I know that sounds crazy. I know it does. I believe that whatever it is you desire, you set out to do it. Whether it works out or not, if it's supposed to work out, it will. If it's in God's plan, it'll work out. But at least try. That's how I feel. So if I were you, and I may have said this already, if I wanted to go to the movies, I would go to the movies, whether I have someone to go with or not. I will go have coffee, whether I had someone to go with or not. Now, it's different from the way you've done things because it sounds like you're sociable and you've had people to go with you to the coffee shop and to the grocery store and to wherever. You sound like you got out and about, and that's really good. I would really strongly encourage you to continue to do those things. If you have to do it by yourself, do it by yourself. I have, and I still do. I do whatever I want to do. At this point in this targeting, I do whatever I want to do. And I'm stressing that because it wasn't always that way. I was very afraid to go out and do things when this targeting started. Really very afraid. But now I'm not. And it's just you have to build up your courage. You have to be resilient. You have to keep bouncing back from these attacks. Each attack that comes, you have to bounce back. You have to take the time you need after an attack, whether it be a spiritual attack, because I get those as well in my sleep with the sleep paralysis. I had 2 attacks yesterday. Those are demonic attacks. Whether it be these people upsetting you with all their tactics with stalking, whether it be electronic harassment, whatever you go through. I don't know you personally, but whatever anybody listening to me goes through, take the time you need to recuperate, to recover from that, and be resilient. Get right back up and do it again. There has to be a part of us that refuses to die. You understand what I'm saying? There has to be a part that says, I'm not going down without a fight. That's how you get strong. You have to keep fighting. You can't relent. You can't throw in the towel. You can't say because all these people around me have disappeared, now I'm done. Life is over. That's the end of it. No, it's not. Let me tell you, I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what my life looks like to you, but I've lost friends. I've lost family members. I've had family members turn on me. I've been betrayed. I get attacked by these stalkers every time I walk out the door. I'm being followed. I'm being harassed, blacklisted, everything, physically assaulted. Just the other day, last week. All the time. This stuff is a regular occurrence in my life. but I'm not going down without a fight. They need to get the memo that you're going to live your life. They have to know. Everything about you has to have confidence. You have to be confident. You have to pray and ask God to help you to get through this. Don't compare yourself to anybody's life. Everybody has their own journey. We each have a journey, and we have to go down that path wherever it takes us. That's where we have to go. And we have to learn all the lessons we need to learn along the way. We have to be willing to accept these challenges. With our journey comes challenges. We all are going to have life challenges. We're going to have some good, we're going to have some bad. And we're going to have everything in between. But these challenges, if we face these challenges head on and don't be afraid of the process that we have to go through in life, these are the things that help us grow. These are the things that help us to become stronger. These are the things that take us to the next level. So don't look at my life and think, oh, Renata has it made. She has all these friends. She has all this stuff. Stuff means nothing to Renata. Believe me, stuff means nothing. I've gone through a tremendous amount to get the little bit of stuff that I have. So don't do that to yourself. Just trust the process that God has you going through. Just trust the process. Pray to God. Ask Him for His strength. Ask Him for courage. Hold your head up and go on. These people do not control us unless we let them. If we let them control us, they will have their way. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. They've controlled me long enough. Not doing it. And you shouldn't either. So I'm going to end with what I said a few minutes ago. There has to be a part of you that refuses to relent. There has to be a part of you and everybody listening that refuses to die. Thanks for listening, you guys.